Hello again then, my dear Groaners. Here we are again recovering the lost Groan Zone episodes, once again in mini format. So close to being caught up, we're almost there. I believe it's just one more day of a mini episode and then we are laughing. Audience Groans, they'll also be coming back really soon. I have one in the pipeline for Friday. Well, that's creepy. Probably will bounce back as well on Friday too. But speaking of groans and everything else, you know what's coming. It is my groan of today, that being Wednesday. And my groan is, when you give people directions and immediately they go the wrong way you gave them. Why bother asking me in the first place? Yeah, you do you and you go the way you want. I'm sure eventually you'll get to where you're going, even though the way I taught you would have been quicker, but never mind. That's my groan for today, out there for the masses to listen to. But just to remind people, if you've got a groan to get off your chest, you can shoot it in to the groanzonepod@gmail.com. We need all of them. Send them. We'll troll through them. If they're suitable, up they go. If they're not, I'll email you back and I'll say try again. But, as always with the games? As always with the podcast, we have games coming. This time, it's a clipped down version of the 5-point countdown. You're instead today getting the 3-point countdown. So here we go. Everyone listening live, you'll have a bit of time between each clue. Those playing after the fact, just pause, have a think, answer, unpause, and repeat until the final clue. Clue number 1. I can crawl, but eventually I can walk. Clue again. Clue number 1. I can crawl, but eventually I can walk. Someone's put human. Good guess. Good guess. Not precisely what I'm looking for, but it's a good guess. I'm being precise on this one because it's a mini episode. I'm being pedantic. Clue number 2. I come in all sorts of colours. Clue again. Clue number 2. I come in all sorts of colours. Any answers there, guys? Listening along live? Oh, I believe I may have stumped the audience that'll play along live. I have to give you a few seconds. Moving on. Clue number 3. Sadly, not everyone can have one of me, but some people have more than one of me. That clue one more time. Clue number 3. Sadly, not everyone can have one of me, but some people have more than one of me. Getting close. Okay, no more answers. Those playing along live. Anyone who's playing along after the podcast recorded, that's your point to stop taking down answers. The answer will be revealed later. However, there's still nowhere that's creepy or audience groan. But like I said before about the audience groans, they're all coming soon. They're coming. Trust us, they're coming. We do, however, have an oh unlucky, and wow, how unlucky she is. And her name is Jeannie Rogers. I think that's how you spell it. Jeannie? Yeah. Jeannie Rogers. And the reason why she's unlucky is pretty much everything. Sure, she's not been struck by lightning as many times as Roy Sullivan. He was a guy who got hit 7 times. However, Jeannie's been struck twice. When she was 18, Rogers was with a friend on a cruise ship taking pictures. She backed up a little too far and fell over the railing into the ocean. The saga's not complete yet, trust me. Her friend went to get help, but slipped and knocked herself out. After regaining consciousness, the friend got the boat to do a U-turn and pick her up. Years later after this incident, by the way, there's no years on this, so I can't give you years if you want exact facts. No idea. Years later, she was walking down the street with her son, who suddenly yelled, "Mummy, funny bird!" At which point, a bat grabbed her by the scalp. A bat, of all things. How unlucky is this woman? In distress, she was banging on people's doors, but they also started screaming. Well, one thing led to another. The screams of everyone really annoyed the bat and confused it at the same time. So what would the bat do? Well, of course, it proceeded to pee in her hair and scratch the living hell out of her scalp. An acquaintance of hers gave her the keys to her car so she could go to a vet. Personally, any friend worth their weight in salt, bat or no bat, would have taken her to the vet. I know I would have. My lord. But apparently, a while later, again, no time duration here, not content with this, she also pantsed, I'll explain what that means later in my own words, pantsed the American TV kids show host Mr. Rogers at a swimming pool. What I assume that means is she pulled his pants down. God knows how. What I looked up didn't tell me. I don't think you, my dear groaners, or myself want to know. But wow, her life reads like a bad comedy. Poor woman. Jeannie, if you're still alive, God bless you. And now, we move on to our hero of the day, but of course, the heroic status, as well with zero status, stays with him forever. And this one goes out to a British Army vet who set to take on 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days. Her heroic reason for this is to raise awareness of the stigma of openly discussing depression. Because some people don't like talking about depression. They think it's a taboo subject. It isn't taboo. If you've got a problem with depression, talk to someone about it. That's if you can. There's plenty of numbers out there. Just remember the one fact, you're not alone. There are lifelines out there and helplines. But good on you, Sally. I believe her name's Sally Orange. And good luck. But it's a really short episode this week. Sorry, today I should say. I keep saying a week. I've got to get out of that habit just for this week. That just about gets us to the end of the show. But for those curious about the answer to the 3-pound countdown, the answer was a baby. Hopefully, some people out there got a point. Sorry, audience member who wrote human. I can't accept. Still counts to say. Oh, go on then. As it's not the full podcast, I'll let you have the point, audience member. I'm feeling generous. You can have the point. Anyone who said human out there, you get a point. Or mini-human, aka baby. But I'll see you tomorrow, Groan Crew, for the final, hopefully final, mini episode of the podcast. You take care out there. Keep groaning. See you later.